Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
Here we go. Welcome to KVJ After the Show Podcast. Welcome to it, oh yeah. Talking about, Wednesday, 4th of July is already here.
It's sneaking up on us. It's 1 week.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I don't know what everybody going to be doing. They got the big old 4th on Flagler's going to be going on if you like going out, seeing the fireworks, all that kind of stuff. Some people are really into that. They've got a bunch of stuff they're going to be doing out there for that. Big old water show, live music, and food trucks, and they've got stuff for kids to be a part of as well.
How great are food trucks? What a great invention. So simple, but yet just amazing.
Yeah.
It is pretty cool.
Nice to have it all right there, huh? Yeah. So I don't know what we got going on. We'll be off on Wednesday because ain't nobody going to be around to listen to us anyway. So
I was calling in regardless. I was going to be throwing out my back that day.
Yeah. But that's it for us, and then the rest of the time we'll be on doing our stuff the rest of the week. So you can get us Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday.
According to one producer, Denny's, he's saying that it's supposed to rain on 4th of July, but isn't it kind of far out from now?
Yeah, it's a little too early.
So is Denny smoking that?
What you got, Denny's? Crystal balls?
Yeah, what's he talking about?
You can't tell yet.
Mm-hmm. Old Denny's over there jumping the gun. Got an email here from Missy about your tattoo idea, Jay Bird.
Yes, sir.
Butterfly for your mom's friend's memory. Says here, the butterfly, look online and get a butterfly with shading. Everybody has the flat ones, including myself, and the shaded ones actually look like they're landing on your skin. I wish I'd done this.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Good tip.
Said, so agree with tattoos with meaning only. I got the butterfly thing when I was young, dumb. When I hit 50, I got one with a deeper meaning for me. You should be wanting to talk about your tattoo and not be like, oh, yeah, just something I got when I was...
Denny's saying some of the tat community was turning on us, saying we were all wrong about that philosophy and that it's all about the tattoo and it's art. And if you want to just go into a tattoo parlor and say... tat me up and just let me be your canvas. It's all about that, and we don't know what the fuck we're talking about. Furthermore, Virginia, shut up.
Yeah, some people do, and there's probably two different reasons why you get it. And if your reason is because it looks badass, man, suck it, bro, then that might be good enough for you to do what you're going to do.
But so it tells me the guys that have the barbed wire around their arm, that wasn't something they're like, oh, I fucking love barbed wire. That's why I'm doing it.
It's meaningful. It's prison time.
And keep in mind with this list that I saw, this is from somebody who has had tattoos almost 20 years. And they said, look, I got into the game when I was really young. This is me writing you an advice from my own personal experience. Everybody's experience is going to be different. They're saying, hey, these are 5 pieces of advice that I wish I could have gone back and told myself so that I had that understanding at that age. I'm not signing off. I have no tattoos. I have no authority in the tattoo world. That was just 5 things that one person had said that you might be like, okay, I might want to take into consideration. If you're like going, no, man, barbed wire is going to forever be cool.
Look, bro, I'm in the ink community. I can speak on this shit.
Yeah.
You guys are right.
And I think our first tip was don't go trendy. And I'm wondering, if not now, if in another 5 or 10 years, barbed wire around the bicep guy's going to be going, yeah, still fucking rad. I'm 60 and look at it.
If you're 60 and you're still talking like that, get it together.
The other comment Denny said he got was people still get mad. I think you said it. They get mad about the term tramp stamp. Like, I've got a tattoo on the small of my back, and I am no tramp. We're not calling you a tramp.
It's not fair. I've only slept with 34 men
this week.
I'm basically a virgin.
All right. Well,
Tramp stamp is just what people
not
call
sorry.
it. People call it that.
I know
Yes.
a guy who had one, and it was pretty funny. We mocked him ruthlessly from sun up to sundown every time he had on a bathing suit where you could see it. He eventually got it covered up, but it's funny.
Well, no one here in the studio believes that if you have a tattoo on the small of your back that you are a tramp. That's not what we ever mean.
No.
They're called a tramp stamp.
It's the placement of it that
Yes.
has given it that name, but it certainly doesn't mean that you like to throw that puss. I don't know you.
And I
don't know your puss.
I've heard girls even say they wish they hadn't got it there just because of. And I'm saying
It's
like,
got a stigma.
yeah.
It doesn't mean you are a whore.
No.
The back of you has a stigma, but I mean, nobody knows about who you're sleeping with but you.
I have believe her to just a tramp stamp. She's a woman.
She said a couple other things that she'd throw in here as well. The artist. Find just the right artist. Look at their portfolio and make sure they can do exactly what you want. In fact, somebody had text in earlier as I was reading through some of the texts about it, and somebody had said, weird, because I got one tattoo it's about 15, almost 20 years old, and it looks awesome. It was done by a really good tattoo artist. I got another tattoo about 8 years ago from a novice, somebody that was just trying it out, and that tattoo is faded and doesn't look nearly as good as the one that's almost 20 years old. And
So technique.
yeah, and I think probably the artist itself. I mean, just keep in mind, you're getting something that's pretty big and important. Like, it's just, I think a lot of it's the rushing out and I'm just going to do this on a whim kind of thing, that if you don't have a good tattoo artist, hey, if you got a good tattoo artist that you trust, then yeah, you can go out. And my wife has a person that she loves. And so she goes out almost on a whim. I think she thinks about him maybe for 3 days, and then boom, she's out with a new tat.
And I'm not saying you can't, go on a whim and get a tattoo, because that's a great story too. It's still a good story. I'm just saying, pick something that you at least can stand behind. If you like frogs, get a fucking frog.
I met a guy one time that had Spring Break 2001, and he said he regretted it
Oh
so
my gosh,
much.
that's so bad.
He's like, why did I do that? It's so stupid. He's like, it wasn't even that great of a spring break. I was just hammered.
Oh, that is awesome.
Yeah. Missy also says, no names, portraits of significant others. After 25 years of marriage, my ex-husband's girlfriend has to look at a portrait of me on his right shoulder forever. I told him not to do it. I'm next to our daughter. A child or parent is the only portrait name/tattoo that's appropriate. Think about your mom's BFF's name. Every girl will question who that is and assume the worst from afar.
Oh, I don't give a fuck what I could give a shit if, I could care less. They would know before we get into a relationship.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. No one's ever going to say nothing about mama.
No, because I'm getting my mom's best friend's name on the tattoo as well.
What's her
Gotcha.
name?
Joyce.
Joyce. Okay.
Yes.
She said, trust me, it'll backfire on you. Find some way to make it understandable without having to explain. That's Missy's suggestions.
I appreciate that, but I think for me personally, I don't think it's going to be an issue. I think who's ever going to settle down with me, they're going to know we've got some fucking head noises going on.
It's going to be a few things you
You're
might
really
not understand.
selling yourself, single guy.
Yeah.
Look, I'm just being honest. I got issues. Someone's asking the tattoo because I bragged about the guy that did. Is Daniel Gilbert is the guy that did my cardinal tattoo. Great guy to work with, very peaceful, and he nailed it with my stuff.
Yes, he did.
Mm-hmm. That is from Missy. Said, hey, Virginia, I doubt you remember me, but we met years ago at Mike and Terea's house in Tequesta. We had a blast.
Shit, that was way back.
There's no way she remembers.
I do remember their house. You remember their house,
I do?
don't you?
I don't know. No.
Was
Off
I
the top of my
involved?
head.
No, this is way before you joined the show.
I want to be friends with Missy.
Did he have dark hair?
Mike and Terea were the couple
Yeah.
that lived close. They all lived in that Jupiter area.
Oh, yeah. That's Missy with the
I do remember them. Yeah.
blonde
yeah.
hair, Missy?
I think so.
Okay.
Missy was the one with the hot body.
Oh, yeah.
Missy, you hard to forget.
That was that Missy, yeah.
Missy, girl, don't worry. You'll never be forgotten.
Yeah.
Not with that body. Mm-hmm. She was gorgeous.
Jeremy sent an email, said, hey, Jaybird, heard you guys talking about anxiety on your show yesterday, and I want to say thank you. I don't have panic attacks, but I do struggle with talking to people. I was wondering if you guys could talk about social anxiety. I can't even order a pizza over the phone without stuttering and shaking.
Aww.
I struggle talking with anyone who is not my family. Does anybody have any tips on how I can beat this? I love to go on a date, but the idea of talking to a woman one-on-one gives me so much anxiety. I'm 28 and very shy. I feel helpless. Thanks for reading this.
That breaks my heart. Jaybird, get your wing out and put this cat under it.
Look, come out to cocktails and karaoke. I've had family members that have struggled with social anxiety. We've talked a little bit before on the air, and I think it's one of those things where you have to force yourself out of your comfort zone, as terrible as that seems, because I have to do it sometimes when I can't get a drink and I have to go and face a building, and it sucks, but you have to do that. I think little baby steps, but definitely don't keep going into seclusion and being a recluse. Try to go out there and baby steps and give yourself credit for little mini victories. Is that, in my opinion, that's all we're all doing, is getting little mini victories in life.
And a lot of times, too, for cocktails and karaoke, I know several people that show up by themselves. They come and they don't have anybody with them, for whatever reason. Maybe, they just want to come and party with us and they couldn't find a pal. Y'all find each other. Let's connect people that are coming to this party together alone.
Yeah, I agree. And the last thing I'll say about just even the social anxiety and the panic disorder and all that stuff, start becoming obsessed with finding ways to cure yourself. Talk to other people who've gone through panic disorder, that have gone through it and that are on the other side, that beat it. What worked for them? It's different for everybody, but if you really get obsessed with trying to get yourself better and saying, all right, what did that person do? Let me read this. I think you're going to start beating that baby.
That is good advice.
Yeah.
And don't be afraid to ask for help.
You may never cure it, but you'll be able to live with it. You'll be able to live a more peaceful life.
Mm-hmm. Beat that baby.
Beat that baby.
I believe in pharmaceuticals, too. Let me just put that out there.
Look.
Let me just put that out there.
I just want the world to know.
I think they do.
Better living through pharmaceuticals.
Got this from Lara. She said, I think Kevin and Jaybird's challenge should be for each of them to jump out of the plane with an uncut whole pizza pie. They've got to eat it on their way down. Whoever lands on the ground with the least amount of pizza in their hands wins.
That is an amazing idea.
And no, Jaybird, you don't win if the pie slips out of your hands.
Oh, don't drop the pie.
I just think that's a great idea.
You do,
That's
huh?
a great idea.
Okay.
We got to do that.
The pizza jump.
Yeah, I think that's a cool thing. Make Denny's go up there, too. He's got to film it.
Oh, okay.
Look at that shit.
Yeah.
That would be such a great video that 11 people would watch.
And Nikki said, hey, didn't know if you guys knew this, but you've got this advertiser on your website. I think this is for, there's two on here. Is it for Over the Edge? Because there's actually technically two ads on this. I'm trying to figure out what she's talking about. There's Over the Edge, South Florida Gilda's Club, and it looks like...
Gilda's Club is
Cancer
stuff. It's like, I think, a resource and a place for help if you're going through it.
Oh, okay. All right, so there's that. So maybe she's talking about this other one. It's for Gun World of South Florida. It is a Glock Blue Label dealer, allows those who protect and serve to purchase Glock firearms at a very discounted cost. One more way to show our appreciation of those who serve our community. I don't know. Is it like, I don't know what it is. Is that an anti-gun thing or what is that?
Well, why would we care about pro or anti-gun?
I don't know.
What the fuck are we talking about?
I don't know. I probably should have read more into this email because I thought what Over the Edge was, I thought maybe she's saying we should repel. So I saw it, I looked at it quickly, and then I'm like, well, maybe that's not what she's talking about. I don't know. I'm very confused.
We don't really say anything about pro or anti-gun. I think I'm both.
Are we?
Or am I even reading this right? I don't know. Am I looking at that right? I don't
can't
even know.
tell. Are we getting yelled at, or are they doing something funny?
I don't know what that's about.
Yeah, I think it's about Gun World.
Okay.
Over the Edge is part of her signature in her. This is
okay.
her.
I thought that was referring to her Over the Edge.
This is what she's mad about. Gun World, Glock Blue Label Dealer. Glock
Yeah, it's the
Blue
Glock
Label Dealer.
Wow, this has been a painful 3 minutes.
Sorry. Yeah, I typically try to read every email so I don't wind up in that situation, but I just pre-read it wrong.
Okay, so we're getting yelled. We are getting yelled at.
But just for the record, we have no control over that ad.
Yeah.
That ad is sold by our company to advertisers, and it rotates. So it might be Gun World today, and it might be, IHOP tomorrow.
Yeah.
Where?
IHOB tomorrow.
Respect.
Yeah.
We have no control over what ad goes there, and that ad is also not at all affiliated with our show.
No.
If it's pancakes, if it's pistols, it don't matter.
Yeah.
Pancakes or pistols. That could be a good album name.
What do you like?
Pancakes or pistols?
Pancakes or pistols, bitches. We got both.
But I obviously do not have a problem with the legal sale of firearms, especially for those in the law enforcement community. If you want to do that, I have no problem saying that you have the Second Amendment right to buy yourself a gun, should you choose to do so. So
Right.
we don't control the advertising that goes on there, but if it is done and background checks are properly handled and the right people get guns, then they should have that right to carry guns.
Okay, so I know we're assholes, but I guess I just don't know why we're assholes.
I don't think we're assholes. I mean, nobody on this show right now owns a gun. I think, Kevin, you're the closest to it.
Yeah, I don't have one now. I've got my concealed carry permit. And
Your dad does it.
Oh yeah, my dad has it.
He taught you how to do it.
I've shot guns. I go shoot guns.
I'm not gonna get a gun because I'd probably shoot myself. And Jay Bird,
Yeah.
I would say the same for you. Don't.
All the guns I got are the ones attached to my torso.
And those look atrophied.
Oh, I'm dead. Yeah, I'm so weak these days.
Yeah, so I don't know if that's what that is.
I'm sorry, Nikki. We don't understand the beef. Just let us know what the beef is.
And we can address it to better.
We long to learn.
Yeah, I'm just confused.
Don't worry. We'll get you pancakes, not pistols.
I want me some Gosh, I could fuck up some pancake. Oh, Pancake Wednesday.
Rassily sent an email about to read my lips. She said, first of all, love you guys. Thanks for the joy and laughter you spread to your listeners every day. Had an idea for the Read My Lips segment. I thought maybe instead of random phrases, you could mouth lyrics to each other. They could be well-known lyrics or lyrics from your favorite songs. You could mouth sing them to each other. That might help out Jay Bird and Denny since they're more musical. And this way might even out the playing field. Anyway, just thought, love you guys. Have a good one.
I love when people send us ideas on
It's
stuff.
a cute idea. Read My Lips, song lyrics edition.
I don't hate it. Anything that can give us the edge.
Get an email here from Ashley. Said, I heard about this comedian on the Joe Rogan podcast. His name is Kyle Dunnigan. Got to follow him on Instagram because his Kardashian face-swapping videos are hilarious. He does like where he's each of the Kardashians. I think it's like maybe something that they've done with all of them on Instagram. And then he does that thing where he puts his face in there and then kind of redoes the audio, I guess, is kind of like what it is. And they kind of sound a little bit like this when he does it.
Hey, Cam, thanks for calling.
We're mad at you.
What? Why?
I'm gonna get Chloe on the phone.
Jesus.
Hello? Chloe, we're on with Dad. I'm mad at him. Yeah, I told him we're mad at him. Yeah, we're mad at him. Hello? Cor, we're on with Dad. Aren't we mad at him? Yeah.
So that's kind of what it is. It just
Everybody's mad at you.
Well, what the hell are you mad at?
so that's basically what he
I mean,
does.
that doesn't sound that far off from the real show.
No, it's pretty good. And somebody also sent to us on our social media. I thought Kim Kardashian was done with selfies, and then as soon as she said that, she posted a selfie.
No, she did not.
Yeah.
All right, don't get sucked up into it, Bird. That's what
Yeah.
she wants. She did that shit on purpose.
She just didn't want to take a selfie with that guy, but yeah, it's one of her in her closet. She's in nothing but basically a
That's all. I can't.
top where
Kevin,
you can see her
can't.
nipples, and then she's in her underwear.
Seriously.
Jay Bird, you love nipples.
Hashtag I can't. I just can't. Hashtag it.
How do you even get mad at it? You're just like,
Yeah, it's so at this point now
Right.
cartoonish.
Yeah.
What if I made you pancakes shaped like Kardashian nipples?
No, they honestly they do nothing for me.
Yeah.
That I just don't like anything that they're about. I'm sorry. I hate it.
I hate it. I just hate it. Let me see here. Is this thing on Ranker about the best cameos in movie history? Some of the ones that they mentioned. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in the movie Airplane.
That's a great one.
Maybe one of my favorites. Yeah, he had a pretty prominent role in that too.
You're right. He was
Yeah.
he was definitely a main part of that movie.
Yeah, he was in that big time. Billy Idol in The Wedding Singer.
That's a good one when he's on the plane.
Yes.
Johnny Depp in the 21 Jump Street movie.
So, cameo. Can that be a cameo with Johnny Depp? I guess because he's an actor.
Isn't he like in it?
He was in the original franchise, so he did
A cameo.
a cameo in the movie. So I guess it is a cameo.
Okay.
So what is the definition of a cameo?
Yeah, to me, like a cameo would be when you play that actor in a movie, like that great cameo where Julia Roberts played herself in
You're playing yourself then.
Ocean's 12 or whatever it was, or
the-
13. Or
Awful.
Yeah.
Awful. Gosh, it's one of the worst storylines ever.
Yeah. So I think that's maybe what they're talking about. 'Cause,
Okay.
yeah, otherwise, if you're not, then you're just a freaking character.
You're an actor that's got a role, a bit part.
Right. Yeah, so that's what I think it's got to be. So they talk about the Vanilla Ice and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2.
That works.
David Bowie and Zoolander.
Oh yeah.
Remember you had Steven Tyler in
Wayne's World.
Wayne's World
At
2.
the end of it.
Yeah. He was totally playing himself. That would count. I didn't see that one on this list. They've got Michael Jackson in Men in Black 2.
I don't even remember that. I don't know if I even saw Men in Black 2.
I don't think I saw Men in Black 1, to be honest with you. They've got Chris Isaac in Silence of the Lambs.
He plays. You got to watch it pretty quick. He plays one of the federal agents that breaks in.
Okay. So I guess a cameo is someone that is basically a non-actor then that does a quick role.
They're
in a
in and
movie?
out.
That's a good
I
question.
think that they can be an actor, but maybe they just.
Yeah, I'm trying to
They're
figure out what
not-
the rules of this are because anymore you got so many musical artists that are actors and everybody else that kind of bleeds over that to me a cameo would almost.
So
I
Johnny.
feel like a cameo could start an acting career.
Sure.
Oh, it could. So I feel like the Johnny Depp one, the reason why they probably put that in there is because the movie franchise was so goofy and had nothing to do really with the show. The fact that he stopped in for the movie, like, oh, Johnny Depp from the. So I guess I can kind of see that.
Yeah, I'd almost today, and maybe, 10, 15 years ago or 20 years ago, a cameo used to be different. It would be like, oh my gosh, yeah, when you saw like David Bowie in Labyrinth, you're like, oh my gosh, look, that's David Bowie. Well, that's a cameo. But
You're
to
like,
me-
holy shit, Kevin Ralston's in Victims Galore. Fuck.
Yeah, but to me, a cameo should be you're almost playing yourself, right? I mean,
Yeah.
because otherwise you're just acting, and so many singers and they act now.
I think you rewrote what the cameo is.
Well, I think so. Well, it's like, what was it the other day? I was I made a mental note. I saw 50 Cent in something. I can't remember what the hell it was. And I'm like, well, wow, I'm not even sure he's so much. It's almost if he did a hip hop song, it'd be like he's cameoing in hip hop than he is in acting because he has, was it Power?
yeah,
and
your
everything
main
else?
player in Power. He's an actor now.
He's an actor now. So it's like
Yes.
anything he's in can't be a cameo because he's just an actor
Unless
now.
he's playing himself on a quick bit part.
Right. That,
All right.
Okay, that to me is then a
Look.
cameo.
Ralston's rewriting the book.
I like it.
They also put Lance Armstrong in Dodgeball.
That shit was funny. That was a good cameo. Because Vince Vaughn's trying to quit the kickball team, and he sits down at a bar, and Lance Armstrong's there. He's like, oh shit, it's Lance Armstrong. It's like, yeah. And he talks about how he had cancer, and how he has one testicle, how he had to completely, beat all these obstacles, and I'm also not really doing a good job of describing it, so fuck, sorry.
Did he talk about how he's a liar?
No, this is before people hated Lance Armstrong.
Yeah, the things really turned on him, didn't it?
On
Oh.
the $500,000 pyramid the other night, there was celebrity version. Snoop was on there. kind of wasn't that impressed. I expected more out of Snoop. I think he was really high. One of the categories was famous astronauts, and the chick that was given the clues said Lance Armstrong, and the celebrity guessing goes famous liars. But she got the the
Gotcha. So your story,
astronauts confused.
your story was about as good as mine.
Why do I love celebrity game shows so much?
I don't know.
I need them.
Brett Favre, and There's Something About Mary.
Great one. I'm in town to play the Dolphins, you dumbass.
Yeah, and that's a legit.
That is a legit cameo.
Yeah, absolutely. When you do something like that,
It's Brett Favre.
Brett Favre. Yeah.
No, yeah, that's the part of the movie.
Oh, okay. It's been a while since I've seen it.
It's a good part.
You know that movie came out in what was it? 1998 now.
I remember
Holy
seeing
crap, that's
that
20 years old.
seeing that in the theater. I couldn't believe how funny it was. I loved that movie.
Wow. Okay, that going way back.
Were you a fan of that?
I liked it. Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. Chuck Norris in Dodgeball in 2004.
I had a couple cameos in Dodgeball.
Yeah, I guess they did.
Mike Tyson in The Hangover.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Okay.
I like him in that movie.
Yeah, that's one of the bigger ones. Bruce Springsteen in High Fidelity. Never seen High Fidelity. Bob Barker and Happy Gilmore.
Great one.
Yeah, that was a big one.
That's a good one.
They got Bobby Brown in Ghostbusters 2. I just hated everything about that movie, so not a big fan of that.
That is a cameo, though.
It is a cameo, yeah. Mariah Carey and You Don't Mess with the Zohan, movie I did not see.
She's in that movie? Is that the movie where he takes his foot and he's slapping somebody in the face with it?
Virginia. That movie is a terrible movie.
Are you telling me it has Mariah in it and the foot face slapping? All right, I got to see it.
You haven't seen it?
Oh
No.
my gosh, that sounds like a painful day.
Oh,
I don't think that did well.
No.
which is why I want to see it.
Oh, jeez. Hulk Hogan in Gremlins 2, The New Batch.
I do not remember that.
And you love Hulk.
I do.
Yeah, wow, okay. Let me see if there's any other ones. Eminem in Funny People.
Yeah, he was in that. He plays himself.
Okay.
That's definitely a cameo.
Bob Saget in Half Baked.
That's a great one. He's. I'm not gonna even try to describe it because I did that earlier and it just did not work out well.
Ben Affleck and Matt Damon in Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back
Yeah, that's a good one too.
in 2001. Charlton Heston in Wayne's World 2. So they had a couple in Wayne's World 2.
He's an actor though.
But I think he played Charlton Heston.
Did he?
Yeah.
So it counts.
Because I think everything on
Right.
this list is legit celebrity cameos in movies. They're not talking about celebrities that were playing a character.
Are you sure it was him? Because remember, he's the gas station attendant. And he goes, oh, yes. He goes into that whole, I remember, he goes into like this poetry thing.
Oh, if he did, yeah, he's just playing a character. I don't remember that movie well enough. I haven't seen it probably since it
Yeah,
came
I mean,
out.
I'm not here to get into a fucking cameo off of it.
Yeah.
I think you're arguing with Kevin.
I think you're right. And I need to fucking tone it down, show some respect.
Do you know who you're talking to?
You're right.
Have you seen that man's hair?
He's got 2 shows.
You got some balls.
How's it going? Somebody texted in Dan Marino and Ace Ventura.
Yeah?
Yeah,
That's a big
that's
one.
right.
And he played Dan Marino. When Neil Patrick Harris was in Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle in 2004,
He played himself.
he was NPH.
That's a good one, too.
Okay. Then that totally works.
Neil Diamond had one. That Jack Black movie. No, was it Jack Black? I don't know if it was Jack Black. I'm not really helping my case over.
Oh, crap. You know, the Wayne's World 2, I'm not sure. Was it Steven Tyler or was it Alice Cooper?
Both.
Oh, were they
Alice
both in
Cooper
there?
was in one.
That's right.
Steven Tyler was in another.
Yeah. They got Steve Irwin and Dr. Dolittle 2 in 2001.
Rest in peace, Croc Hunter. Rest in peace.
Bill Murray in Zombieland.
He's an actor.
He was? Okay.
But, oh, yeah, you're right. Is he playing himself as Bill Murray?
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know either. There's just so many questions. I'm trying to describe movies and I can't.
Yeah, it might just be time to end things.
Oh, you killed the show.
I'm so sorry.
And that's it.
Let me-
Can't go on.
Let me try to describe one more movie.
Yeah. With that, we must go. All right, y'all. Don't forget to go cast your vote. Somebody vote for Pee-wee's Big Adventure, please. Getting crushed. Yeah, I picked the wrong one every day.
It is a bloodbath.
73% for Big, 27% for Pee Wee.
What do we know?
Well, I picked the right one.
Yeah, you did. All right, Twitter and kvjshow.com. Y'all have a great day. We'll talk to you later. Goodbye.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.